see how the transamination process occur. So we can do like every like all the amino acid we can get from dietary protein or body protein, and we know that the amino acid which are utilized for the protein synthesis and synthesis of non protein compound, उसके अलावा जो भी अमाइनो एसिड बचे हैं जो 25%, they will undergo first in the transamination process. और transamination process में क्या होगा, it will combine with the alpha ketoglutarate, because this alpha ketoglutarate will give you glutamate. Okay, so on transamination reaction, you can see this amino acid group of this amino acid is transferred to alpha ketoglutarate, and then we get the synthesis of glutamate, and keto acids are utilized for all this reaction. Now this glutamate can undergo deamination at higher speed, and it leads to the ammonia. Now I told you that the glutamate is the only amino acid which can undergo this deamination. But remember, apart from glutamate, there are two more amino acids which can undergo deamination. That is, one is the alanine and asparagine. Okay, but remember, highest rate or the highest amount of deamination it occurs through the glutamate. इसलिए मैंने आपको बोला भी था कि why amino acid pool contain glutamate and glutamine more. This is because these are most metabolically active amino acid. Clear? Now deamination, by the deamination we get removal of ammonia. Now ammonia, you know, it's dangerous. है कि नहीं ammonia? Is it okay if we have more concentration of ammonia in the blood? Hello?
It's dangerous.
Dangerous है ना?
It's
Okay,
dangerous.
so do you know any symptoms of ammonia intoxication? क्या होता है?
Coloration of body.
क्या बोले, फिर से बोलो आप? Repeat please. Repeat करो. I didn't get you. Okay. So, you know, mostly this ammonia is toxic to the brain, and whatever symptoms we get, that is related to the brain toxicity, like the patient gets
retardation.
Yeah, mental retardation will happen when if it occurs at the early age and if it is a long standing. But acute ammonia intoxication, you will get the like a blurring of vision, slurring of speech. The patient cannot walk properly. He has ataxic gait. Then if it a flapping tremor like this. Okay, so all these are because of CNS toxicity. That's why our body tries at the optimum level to keep the concentration of ammonia at lowest rate, lowest concentration, so that it should not produce the dangerous symptom. And how does this happen? So most of the ammonia, whatever formed out of this deamination reaction and even other process, this is fixed into urea. Okay, and this urea is a major excretory product of the protein catabolism, and this is excreted through the urine, and every day around 30 mg of urea is excreted in the urine. 30 gram of urea is excreted in the urine. Okay, so this is, you can see the catabolism of or you can see the in general ammonia metabolism. Okay, now we will see one every reaction in detail. So as we can you define transamination? Define कर सकते हो transamination?
Transfer of amino group from one amino acid to the keto group of a keto acid.
Yes, to form transfer होता है. So what you get as a product? Product क्या मिलता है हमको? We get a new pair of amino acid and keto acid. Okay. So remember, transamination is merely transfer of ammonia from one amino acid to other keto acid to form another pair of amino acid and keto acid. So there is only shuffling of amino group. Remember, there is no removal of amino group. Okay. Now you can see that this transamination reaction occurs in cytosol and mitochondria, and mostly it occurs in all the cells, but you can say in liver, kidney, brain and heart, it occurs at a faster process. Now remember, for transamination only 3 keto acid participate. Okay, कौन से हैं? Alpha ketoglutarate. What amino acid you will get by the participation of alpha ketoglutarate?
Glutamic acid.
Glutamic acid. Okay. Second is the pyruvic acid. So which amino acid you will get? Pyruvic acid से मिल गया. Pyruvic तो keto acid है ना बेटा? When keto acid, pyruvic acid participate in the transamination, which amino acid you will get? Remember,
Alanine.
keto amino acid, alanine. And what about the oxaloacetic acid? If it participate, we will get aspartic acid.
Aspartic acid.
Yes. So remember, only 3 keto acid participate in the transamination reaction. Usme bhi the king of keto acid, you can see alpha ketoglutarate. Okay, सबसे ज़्यादा transamination process or deamination process it occurs to the alpha ketoglutarate. Now, the enzyme required for this process is known as transaminase. And transaminase, it requires coenzyme, that is a vitamin B6, and the active form of vitamin B6 is known as a pyridoxal phosphate. PLP is needed as a coenzyme. Now, there are three amino acids which cannot undergo transamination reaction. These are lysine, threonine, and proline. So they are catalyzed in different path. Okay, lysine, threonine, and proline. Remember, it can be MCQ. Like this amino acid cannot undergo transamination reaction. So here you can see this amino acid. It's converted to keto acid with help of enzyme transaminase. We can call it as aminotransferase also. Now the coenzyme required for this is the pyridoxal phosphate, and we get a new pair of alpha keto acid and alpha amino acid. Now you can see this process is apparently, it looks like a single process, but this is not a single step process. But you can see here it acts like a two-step process. तो यहाँ क्या होता है, जो ये PLP है ना, this PLP first accept amino acid amino group from the amino acid and act as a ship's base. तो वो क्या करता है, पकड़ के रहता है थोड़ी देर. Okay, and in next step, once after this, it will release this amino group to this keto acid, and then it leads to the formation of amino acid. So here you can see this amino acid combines with this alpha ketoglutarate, pyridoxal phosphate to form keto acid, and it is converted to pyridoxamine phosphate. So this is, you can see the ship's base. Now this will release its group to the to the new keto acid, and you get release synthesis of new glutamic acid, and pyridoxal phosphate is reformed. So this is, you can see, this is a ping pong mechanism or bye-bye mechanism of transamination reaction. If you get a short note, you can just no need to write this diagram or draw this diagram, but you can just mention that this pyridoxal phosphate acts as a ship's base, and it accepts amino group for some time. Okay, now what is the significance, before I go, what is the significance of transamination reaction? क्या था? We had discussed this earlier. What is the significance of transamination reaction? क्या क्या हो रहा है, फटाफट बोलो बेटा, तो हम आगे जाएंगे, नहीं तो और प्रॉब्लम होगा.
Synthesis of fat.
Synthesis of
fats, non-essential amino acids,
glucose. Those are significance of keto acid. Now, why do we need transamination? First thing is that we have to, bolo, yes.
Conversion of amino acid into glutamic acid.
Yes, so we want like all amino acid, 20 amino acid, we have to convert into glutamic acid so that it can further catabolize. Okay. Second thing is that, what is the second significance? Second significance, it can also use for the synthesis of non-essential amino acid. Okay. So significance is that it leads to the interconversion of amino acid which are in short supply If you don't have the amino acid, then we can synthesize non-essential amino acid by this process. Second is it channel amino acid to the glutamate and aspartate. And third is that it is a connecting link between the carbohydrate and protein metabolism. So this is a transamination process. It can, most of the time the short note is asked for transamination, only transamination. Sometimes it comes along with the oxidative deamination. ठीक है? So this was a transfer of amino group, and we have got synthesis of glutamic acid along with the alanine and aspartic acid. Now these two transaminases you should know. Okay, so this is a AST or SGOT. आपने पढ़ा है ये? Have you seen this transaminases before? You can see aspartate combines with alpha ketoglutarate and we get synthesis of oxaloacetate and glutamate. The enzyme is known as AST or SGOT. Have you learned this transaminases before? आपने diagnostic significance of enzymes पढ़ा था? पढ़ा था क्या? Hello? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Diagnostic significance पढ़े नहीं आपने ये enzymes? कहाँ पढ़ा था आपने? What is the significance of this enzyme? 11th का जाने दो, अभी तो आपने enzyme पढ़ा ना इससे पहले. Enzyme में diagnostic significance. What is the diagnostic significance of AST or SGOT? Yes, it increases in the myocardial infarction and even another heart related. Now, what is the ALT? You know ALT or SGPT? क्या क्या होता है उसमें? क्या होगा? The enzyme is, हाँ, बोलो. Here on the on behalf of you can see aspartate, there will be कौन सा amino acid रहेगा? ALT में कौन सा amino acid रहेगा?
Alanine.
Yes, and what will be the keto acid formed? ये ग्रुप तो कॉमन रहने वाला है. अल्फा ketoglutarate to glutamate will be common. So from alanine we will get pyruvate. Okay, so this is another enzyme which is known as a ALT or SGPT. What is the significance of ALT or SGPT? You have to write down this thing if you get a short note on transaminase. What is the significance of ALT or SGPT? Like SGOT, she said it is in the myocardial infarction. What about ALT?
Infective hepatitis.
It helps the liver convert food into energy.
No, diagnostic significance, I am asking you.
Help in liver disease.
Yes, it rises in the liver disorder. So here you can get here, both of the enzyme is done simultaneously. So AST or SGLT is a marker enzyme for myocardial tissue, and you get increase in myocardial infarction, liver disorder, and muscular dystrophies. While this alanine will be increased in the liver disorder. You can see hepatocellular damage or viral hepatitis. Okay, so this is all about the transamination. Now, though we are studying transamination and deamination in different, like a different topic, even you get a questions differently, but in our body, generally what happens, these two reactions are interconnected. So you can see this alpha amino acid undergo transamination and it form L-glutamate. Now this L-glutamate, it is carried in the liver, and in the liver it is in liver it undergo oxidative deamination, and there is a release of free ammonia. Now this ammonia it is fixed into urea with the help of urea cycle, and this urea is excited in the through the urine. So you can see in our body actually these two processes, they act as a link, they are linked with each other. So they are acting the continuation, and together we can call this process as a transdeamination. Clear? So difference is that transamination, deamination, though they are differently, we are dealing that in different way, but they are continuous process, and generally it starts from the amino acid and completes with the formation of ammonia. So these are the trans deamination reaction. Okay, so you have to remember. Now, what is a deamination? Can you define deamination?
Removal of ammonia.
Removal of ammonia group from
Yes,
amino acid.
yes, removal of ammonia group from the amino acid is known as deamination. Okay, so elimination of amino group from amino acid to free ammonia is known as deamination. Example you can see here. Now there are two type of deamination process. Okay, type means one is the oxidative deamination, where we get liberation of ammonia from amino acid, and this liberation is coupled with the oxidation. Okay, and that is known as the oxidative deamination. While in some this is a major pathway which occurs in the liver, that is oxidative deamination, while in other tissues even deamination occurs in non-oxidative way. Okay, so here deamination occurs without undergoing oxidation. So you have to remember the types of deamination are oxidative and non-oxidative. So let's see one by one what is the oxidative deamination. Okay, so definition we know that is the liberation of free ammonia from the free लिखना बहुत जरूरी है word. Okay, so liberation of free ammonia from amino acid and it coupled with the oxidation. Where does it occur? Oxidative deamination कहाँ होता है? We have seen in previous slide.
Liver and kidney.
Liver and kidney.
Okay, so you can see it occurs in liver and kidney. Now, what is importance? Why do we need this oxidative deamination?
Liver and kidney.
Go हो गया बेटा. Significance of this oxidative
Urea
deamination.
synthesis. Urea
You get it.
synthesis.
Yes, by oxidative deamination. But urea तो oxidative deamination से नहीं होता ना बेटा. It needs another urea cycle. How this free ammonia is utilized? Yes, this free ammonia can be utilized for the synthesis of urea, and the keto acid which are formed, they are used for the different reaction as you told earlier. है ना? So remember now there are two type of enzymes which takes part in this oxidative deamination, and these are the glutamate dehydrogenase and amino acid oxidase. Remember both ये दोनों enzyme they are the enzymes of oxidative deamination only. Okay, so we'll see how this acts. So out of that, major enzyme is again glutamate dehydrogenase. So let's see what is the role of glutamate dehydrogenase. Now this glutamate is converted into alpha ketoglutarate. Now here you can see glutamate is first oxidized and then it is converted into alpha ketoglutarate. Now this enzyme glutamate dehydrogenase, which type of reaction it is? Can you tell me? ये रिएक्शन कैसी है? रिवर्सिबल है या इरिवर्सिबल है?
Reversible.
Reversible.
Yes, please remember that this reaction is reversible. Okay, so you can see if the glutamate concentration is more, it will go to this side and there will be production of alpha ketoglutarate. अगर glutamate ज़्यादा है तो उसका deamination होगा. वही अगर alpha ketoglutarate ज़्यादा है तो it will accept the ammonia and it will leads to the synthesis of glutamate. Or even you can see if ammonia अगर ज़्यादा level है, that time also this alpha ketoglutarate will this ammonia will fix to alpha ketoglutarate and there is the formation of glutamate. तो अभी हम अगर oxidative deamination पढ़ रहे हैं तो we will, though this reaction is reversible, we will see this part. So glutamate is converted into alpha ketoglutarate with help of enzyme glutamate dehydrogenase. Now glutamate dehydrogenase is again metalloenzyme. It needs zinc for its activity. And here you can see free ammonia is released. Okay. Now the speciality of this enzyme glutamate dehydrogenase is that. Can you see any speciality here? ये diagram में आपको कुछ speciality दिख रही क्या? Most of the enzyme
requires NADP.
It requires NADP. तो NADP तो common है. The thing is that you can see in the bracket I have written NADP. P is in bracket. So speciality of this glutamate dehydrogenase is that it can utilize as either NAD or NADP as a coenzyme. दोनों. तो इसमें क्या होता है, when your glutamate is converted into alpha ketoglutarate, जब ये reaction इस तरह से भागता है, it utilizes NAD. Okay, or in other conditions, when this reaction will occur in this way, like glutamate is synthesized, then it will utilize NADP. Okay, अब यहाँ भी it is also not a single step, it is also second step. So two-step process. So first step, what happened? First step, there is a oxidation. So glutamate dehydrogenase oxidize this glutamic acid टू फॉर्म अल्फा इम्यूनोग्लूटारिक एसिड. आपको ये डायग्राम लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, जब मैंने एक्सप्लेनेशन के लिए बताई है, आपको एग्जाम में लिखने की बिल्कुल भी जरूरत नहीं है. एंड सेकेंड इज दैट दिस अल्फा इम्यूनोग्लूटारिक एसिड इज नाउ डीअमाइनेटेड with help of glutamate dehydrogenase to form the alpha ketoglutaric acid. So you can see it is a reversible reaction. It occurs in the mitochondria of the liver. Okay. Now it can use NAD or NADP both. Immunoglutarate which is formed, it acts as a inhibitor. Now you can see when ATP or GTP, if energy levels are high, there is no need of oxidative deamination. So it will inhibit this process, oxidative deamination. Now when there is more concentration of ADP or GDP, so it suggests that a low energy state of the cell, in that condition it will stimulate this oxidative deamination. And steroid and thyroxine, these are the hormones, these are catabolic hormones, so it acts as an inhibitor here. Okay, so this is the role of oxidative deamination by the enzyme glutamate dehydrogenase. Now apart this glutamate dehydrogenase present in the liver, so mostly it occurs, this type of oxidative deamination occurs in the liver, and kidney. Now in rest of the cell, other cell, how this amino acid undergo oxidative deamination? So we have two category of enzyme, that is L amino acid oxidase as well as D amino acid oxidase. So here what happened, this L amino acid, it undergo oxidation with help of L amino acid oxidases. This is again the metal containing protein, and the ammonia is released, and you can see alpha keto acid is formed. Now generally this L amino acid oxidase, it also required coenzyme, and that is the FMN. So FMN is converted into FMNH2, it gets reduced. Now what happened, it doesn't enter in the electron transport chain वगैरह, and this FMN at the site जहाँ ये form हो रहा है वही it get neutralized. So it reacts with the atmospheric oxygen, and we get FMN is resynthesized, H2A2 is formed, and H2A2 is further cleaved by catalyst to form the water. So there you can see there is oxidation, but this is also oxidative deamination. Okay. Now coming to the D amino acid oxidase. Now if you अगर आप सोचो तो which type of amino acids are more formed, which are incorporated in the protein? Which type of amino acids are incorporated in the protein? D type ki L type? Can you answer?
D type.
D type ki L type?
L
बताओ.
type.
L type.
L type. L type क्यों? डेफिनेशन ये ना हम बोलते हैं कि प्रोटीन्स आर बायोपॉलीमर ऑफ एल अल्फा अमीनो एसिड. ओके, but still in our body the concentration of this enzyme D amino acid oxidase is more. Now why? Because this D amino acid, they are formed in our body as a result of metabolism, or certain the pathways of catabolism, we get synthesis of D amino acid. Second thing, even in the from the food, mostly from the vegetarian diet,
Ma'am, you're not audible.
So we know that those D amino acid are not incorporated in our protein, but still we have the concentration of the amino acid in our body more. That's why even the activity of the amino acid oxidase is more as compared to L amino acid oxidase. Now remember, just see how this D amino acid oxidase acts. So this D-amino acid oxidase, it is the again enzyme, metalloenzyme. It requires FAD as a coenzyme. Okay. Now, if we consider this L-amino acid, it was using FMN as a coenzyme, and this D-amino acid oxidase, it uses FAD as a coenzyme. Okay. It can be MCQ, or you have to remember your marks may be deducted if you write in like if you interchange the things. So what is the action of D amino acid oxidase? ये क्या करता है? Like ये जो D amino acid है, now it will convert this D amino acid into alpha keto acid. Okay, so this D amino acid oxidase convert this D amino acid into keto acid, utilizing FAD as a coenzyme. Now this keto acid, by the transamination reaction, it undergo reaminated. Okay, and you get formation of L amino acid. Now this L amino acid is metabolically useful. It can get incorporated in the protein, or it can follow, it can get oxidized by L amino acid oxidase further. So this is the role of D amino acid oxidase. वो क्या करता है? It convert actually D amino acid into L amino acid. Okay. So you can see D amino acid oxidase uses as a coenzyme. We have seen D amino acid oxidizes or convert a natural amino acid into L amino acid, which can undergo various process, and activity of D amino acid oxidase is higher than L amino acid oxidase. Now you have to remember there is no production of NADH in both, like D amino acid oxidase or L amino acid, so there is no formation of energy. Okay, so this is about the oxidative deamination. Which were the two, enumerate two enzymes which takes part in the oxidative deamination? Can you? Hello?
Glutamate dehydrogenase.
Yes.
Glutamate.
Yes, glutamate dehydrogenase and
Amino acid
Amino
oxidase.
acid oxidase.
yes, कौन से दो है उसमें? L and D.
L
Okay.
and D.
Yes. Now we are coming to the non-oxidative deamination. Now here there will be no oxidative oxidation, only deamination. So just like an extraction of ammonia group. So here you can see, like these are different enzymes. Like histidine, it undergo non-oxidative deamination by enzyme histidase. So here is just removal of ammonia and you get urocanic acid. You don't have that in course, but for MBBS we teach the metabolism of histidine. Now L-cysteine is again sulfur-containing amino acid. So how does it get deaminated? First, there is a removal of H2S group, sulfhydryl group by enzyme desulfhydrase. Now L-cysteine is converted into amino acid. Then second step is that there is a deamination, removal of ammonia, and it's converted into pyruvic acid. Same with the hydroxyl group containing amino acid like serine, threonine and homoserine. All these three can be acted by dehydrase enzyme. It requires PLP as a coenzyme, and they convert it into amino acid, and from amino acid amino group is removed and they are converted into pyruvic acid. Okay, so this is the example of non-oxidative deamination. Okay, so now we have completed the oxidative deamination. I think I'll skip this quiz. Okay. Now coming to the, what is the product of deamination process? What we get? Product क्या है? क्या मिला हमें? Ammonia. है ना? At the end catabolism we got ammonia. But ammonia problem ऐसे है कि ammonia is toxic, very toxic. It also, if its level increases in the blood, it will cause acid-base imbalance even, and it has a direct toxicity on the brain. That's why it leads to the CNS side effects, and even if it is not treated, it can lead to the coma. So that's why this ammonia has to be converted into less toxic product. Okay, we have seen this. So it has to be detoxified. What is the, you can see this is the confusion. Then patient nystagmus, ataxia, ataxic gait, cannot balance his and even cannot walk properly. So you can see ये जो है ना अमोनिया इंटॉक्सिकेशन और अल्कोहल इंटॉक्सिकेशन सिम्टम्स सेम ही है. ओके, so you can just think of the alcoholic person, okay, who is under intoxication and how does he behave. Same will be the ammonia intoxication symptoms. Okay, so there are few precautions are taken by our body, that it has to be detoxified immediately and it should not be transported in the free form. Okay, तो क्या करेंगे हम, क्या करेंगे, we can convert this ammonia into less toxic form, or we can fix this ammonia into certain other compound and which can be transported easily. Okay, and we have our body tries to keep the low level of blood ammonia up to 15 to 45 microgram per dl. Okay, now can you see what is the, this is an overview of ammonia metabolism. Ammonia metabolism का long question भी पूरा आ सकता है. Okay, so let's see how this ammonia metabolism work. So you can see this is the from which pathway, like we have seen that ammonia we get as a result of transamination and deamination process on the amino acid. This is a major pathway which leads to the synthesis of ammonia, but this is not the only pathway. There are three other pathways, like we can get ammonia as a result of catabolism of nucleotide like purine, pyrimidine. Even we can get them by catabolism of biogenic amine like asparagine, glutamine, okay, then histamine like tyramine. Now, and other even urea which is formed, it is in intestine there are microbes which will convert this urea into which will split this urea and there is a liberation of ammonia. So this is the pathway by which ammonia is formed. Now we have seen in previous slide that ammonia cannot be transported in the free form. So it has converted into less toxic form. So how does it happen? You can see in the liver, brain and intestine, most of the ammonia which is formed, it is converted into glutamine. Okay, so you can say glutamate, we'll see how glutamine synthesis occur. So it is converted into glutamine and this glutamine is carried to the liver. Now the ammonia which is formed as a catabolism of muscle protein, it is transported in the form of alanine. We have seen that glucose alanine is fixed in the form of glutamine and alanine and free levels are very low. So now glutamine and alanine which is formed, now these will be taken to the liver and in liver we get that there is a major machinery by which this ammonia is detoxified and get rid of from our body permanently, and that is the urea synthesis. Okay, so ammonia is excreted through the body in the form of urea and few amount from the kidney it is also excreted in the form of ammonium ion. Okay, so this is how the transport of ammonia, okay, कहाँ से आता है, क्या form में बनता है and how it is taken care, detoxified. Okay, now let's see that everything which happen in our body, it has a meaning. तो इवन इफ ऐसे लगता है कि अमोनिया अगर इफ इट इज सो टॉक्सिक, व्हाई इट इज मेड और व्हाई इट इज सिंथेसाइज्ड इन आवर बॉडी, सो इट इज दैट ammonia is also useful. So where it is ammonia is useful, it can be useful for the synthesis of non-essential amino acid. It is useful in the synthesis of glutamate, like glutamate से glutamine बनाने के लिए. It is useful for the synthesis of purine and pyrimidine, that is a nucleotide, and even it is useful in the synthesis of urea. And even you can see the glutamate can be synthesized by the fixing of ammonia to the alpha ketoglutarate acid. So this is the, you can see importance of ammonia. So this is whole diagram is made up of ammonia metabolism. Okay. Now transport of ammonia. Let's see now. We will see one by one. So how the transport of ammonia? What are the two methods of transport of ammonia? कैसे ट्रांसपोर्ट होती है अमोनिया की? हेलो, अभी तो बताया मैंने. What are the two products by which ammonia is transported? Are you with me or not?
Glutamate and alanine.
Glutamate.
Alanine.
Glutamate.
Glutamine.
Yes, remember glutamine. Yes. Glutamine. So it is transported in the form of glutamine and alanine. So we will see how glutamine is synthesized. Alanine, how it is synthesized, you know. Okay, still we will review here. So how it is glutamine is synthesized. So you can see the glutamine is synthesized by fixing of ammonium ion on L-glutamate, and there is a formation of glutamine. Okay. Now for this reaction we need ATP. So this enzyme which catalyze reaction is glutamine synthetase. Okay, and this required ATP. ATP is converted into ADP and PI, and you can see any synthetase, most of the synthetase, it require magnesium ion as a coenzyme. So we get synthesis of glutamine. Okay, now ये most of the reaction ये कहाँ होती है? It occurs in the liver also, and it occurs in the brain. So this reaction occurs in liver and brain. Now can you tell me what is the speciality of this reaction? Can you see this arrow? What does it signify?
Irreversible.
Irreversible.
It is not
It is-
reversible.
Yes, it is not reversible. So remember, once this L-glutamate, it is it accept this ammonia. So there is a formation of glutamine, and once glutamine is formed, it cannot be go back. जैसे हमने oxidative deamination में देखा था, है ना? That was reversible, but this reaction is irreversible. That's why glutamine, it can be easily, it holds ammonia and carries ammonia to the liver. Now glutamine, you can see कहाँ कहाँ होता है ये? Synthesis in brain and liver. Now you can see the glutamine which acts as a temporary storage of ammonia. Now it is carried mostly to the kidney, liver or intestinal cell. Now in this cell we get glutaminase. Okay, so now glutaminase is not present everywhere. It is present in only kidney, liver, intestinal cell. So this glutaminase will cleave this glutamine into the glutamate, and free ammonia is released. Now free ammonia in the liver, it will be utilized for the synthesis of urea. In the kidney, it can be it can be excreted as an exchange of retention of sodium ion, and intestinal cell it can be also excreted to some extent. So this is how the ammonia which is formed in liver and brain, it is first fixed into glutamine, transported in the form of glutamine, or a glutamine is it is cleaved by glutaminase in kidney, liver and intestinal cell, and then it is disposed of completely. Okay. So now speciality you have to remember is this is a unidirectional reaction. It requires ATP, and this reaction occurs in liver, intestine and brain, this glutamine synthesis, and you can see it is also one of the part of anaplerosis. We will see how anaplerosis in the next coming slides. Okay. So glutamine which is synthesized, now it is cleaved here, but it has its own importance. Like this glutamine takes part in the transamination reaction. Even it takes part in the synthesis of purine and pyrimidine. And this glutamine is used for the detoxification by conjugation, and it is used for synthesis of glutamate like this. Okay. So this is a major pathway of disposal of ammonia in the brain, and glutamine formation deplete the TCA cycle intermediate. ये कैसे करता है वो हम देखेंगे, because it utilizes glutamate more. Okay, we'll see how glutamine synthesis will use. Okay. Now second जो था, the second transport form of ammonia was a alanine. So alanine mostly it is synthesized in muscle protein. You can see in muscle proteins are broken down. These amino acids undergo deamination to form the ammonia. Now these ammonia it combines with glutamate and there is a formation of alanine. On transamination with the pyruvate there is a formation of alanine, and this alanine is transported through the blood in the liver. Liver में again there is a transamination. By the transamination process it is converted to pyruvate, and this glutamate which is formed it undergoes oxidative deamination and there is a synthesis of यूरिया और ग्लूकोज फिर से मसल में जाता है. सो दिस इज लाइक अ हाउ द अमोनिया इज ट्रांसपोर्टेड विद द एलानिन. ठीक है. Now I told you that why this is the anaplerotic reaction. So you can see what is the why ammonia intoxication affects brain more. Okay. So have you seen this reaction before? ये रिएक्शन देखिए आपने. और जीडीएच का फुल कहाँ देखी आपने? कहाँ देखी? Where we have seen?
Transamination.
Transamination में
deamination.
Oxidative.
You can see yes, glutamate dehydrogenase is the principal enzyme of oxidative deamination and this was a reversible reaction. तब हमने क्या देखा था? Glutamate is converted to alpha ketoglutarate देखा था. Now what happened when there is excess of ammonia? मैंने तभी भी बताया था. So when there is a excess of ammonia, this reaction, the oxidative deamination जो pathway का है, उस reaction का जो है, it gets shifted, the focus gets shifted, and this there is a reversal of reaction. Like alpha ketoglutarate will be utilized for this ammonia fixation, and there is a conversion of glutamate. Okay. अब alpha ketoglutarate मुझे you tell me how it is. Can you correlate this alpha ketoglutarate with the carbohydrate metabolism? कहीं देखा है आपने alpha ketoglutarate in the carbohydrate metabolism?
Citric
acid cycle में है ना. So this alpha ketoglutarate is one of the intermediate of TCA cycle. Now what will happen when there is a more of this ammonia? The more of the alpha ketoglutarate will be utilized here, है ना, and it will be fixed in the formation of glutamate. So what will happen? What will be the effect on the TCA cycle? क्या होगा TCA cycle का? Sorry. क्या होगा? How does it affect the TCA cycle? आपको अमोनिया इंटॉक्सिकेशन पे शॉर्टकट आता है. Decrease in the glucose synthesis. What is the important role of TCA cycle? Why our body need TCA cycle? This is known as the central metabolic pathway. Yes, it gives energy. Per turn of TCA cycle, how many ATP we get?
24.
18.
Sorry,
Per
18.
turn of how much? How many? Per turn of TCA cycle, one oxaloacetate, like one acetyl CoA enters in the TCA cycle and it completes the cycle. How many ATP you get? कितने मिलते हैं? 12 पहले होता था, वो हिस्ट्री हो गई अभी. Now because of new energetic, it's a 10. Okay, new energetic is changed. Like one NADH will give you how many ATP? According to new this
1.5.
How much? Please repeat. One NADH will give you how many ATP? Repeat please.
1.5.
1.5.
1.5. How many agree with 1.5? 2.5. Okay.
2.5.
And yes, 2.5. And how many? What is the FAD gives you how many ATP?
1.5.
Okay. So like that, there is a change in the energetics and we get the 10 ATP out of. Now what will happen if alpha ketoglutarate is diminished? क्या होगा? When there is a depletion of
stop.
Yes, cycle will stop and there will be no synthesis of ATP. So though so that tissue will get devoid of energy, है ना, ATP नहीं रहेगा, so that leads to the symptoms of ammonia intoxication. Okay, so this is known as anapleursis. So you can see this mitochondria utilization of alpha ketoglutarate slows the TCA cycle, which leads to the depletion of energy of ATP. There are few more reason for this. Then there is a deficiency of GABA, which is an inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain, because ये क्या होता है, GABA is formed by the tyrosine metabolism. So because of this ammonia intoxication, there is increased entrance of tryptophan in the brain. मतलब ग्लूटामिन बाहर निकलता है तो tryptophan अंदर जाता है, so that leads to the, and tryptophan is synthesis, it is necessary for the synthesis of serotonin. So there will be more formation of serotonin. Serotonin is excitatory hormone, neurotransmitter. That's why we get the excitation, like the slurring of speech, blurring of vision, and बहुत बड़बड़ करते रहते लोग. So this is because of this we get the excitatory symptom. And there is also increased synthesis of toxic alpha ketoglutamate, which is a direct toxicity, which has a direct toxicity on the brain. Okay, and there is, because it affect with the tyrosine metabolism, there is a deficiency of GABA also, which is inhibitory neurotransmitter. That's why we get all signs and symptoms of ammonia intoxication in the form of nausea, vomiting, blurring of vision, slurring of speech, and phlebic trauma. And if it's not related, it will cause the hepatic coma. Okay, so this is the ammonia intoxication. But though we have to control the level of ammonia, the ammonia has certain important function, like we have seen, it is useful for synthesis of urea, it gives the nitrogen atom of urine pyrimidine, it leads to the synthesis of non-essential amino acid, even it helps in the synthesis of further amine like asparagine and amino sugar. And ammonium ion are also utilized for the acid base regulation. Now there are certain disposal of ammonia occurs in different organisms, like some organisms are amniotic, mostly aquatic animal, they excrete ammonia directly. Now few organisms are uricotelic, means they convert urea into uric acid and uric acid is excreted. And mammals, like including us human, we are ureotelic, means we excrete urea as it is. Okay. So here we today we have seen the transamination, deamination. Then we have seen the ammonia metabolism, in that how ammonia is ammonia formed. तो हमने देखा how ammonia is transported and how ammonia is fixed also. Now major part of ammonia fixation, apart from this synthesis of glutamine and alanine, is the synthesis of urea. So this we will see tomorrow. So this is